Welcome. We've got some thrilling Arsenal news lined up for you, so stay tuned until the end to catch all the latest updates. And don't forget to leave 300 likes to keep us motivated in bringing you the latest Arsenal updates. Arsenal 3-0 Fulham. A statement of intent in the title race. Arsenal produced a thoroughly professional and controlled display as they brushed aside Fulham 3-0 at the Emirates Stadium on Saturday evening. This was no frantic affair but a calm, ruthless performance that underlined their growing maturity as genuine title contenders. The game was effectively settled before halftime, with Victor Gyokeres opening the scoring in the 9th minute by tapping home after excellent work from Bukayo Saka down the right. Saka then turned provider into scorer 5 minutes before the break, curling a composed finish past Bernd Leno following a neat exchange with Gyokeres, before Gyokeres completed his brace deep into first-half stoppage time with a powerful header from Leandro Trossard's inviting cross. By that stage, the contest had become something of a procession, with Arsenal in complete command of both territory and tempo. Bukayo Saka's return from injury was particularly pleasing as the England international looked sharp, direct and full of menace, serving as a timely reminder of his importance to Mikel Arteta's side. Victor Gyokeres, meanwhile, continues to answer his critics emphatically, with his movement, hold-up play and clinical finishing all of the highest order as he now boasts 21 goals across all competitions this season. Young Miles Lewis-Skelly again impressed in midfield with his composure and positional discipline, while Arteta showed sensible management by withdrawing key players once the result was secure ahead of Tuesday's Champions League semi-final second leg against Atletico Madrid. The victory moves Arsenal 6 points clear at the summit, leaving Manchester City firmly on the back foot. Fulham offered precious little in response, and overall this was an evening that will have lifted spirits among the Arsenal faithful, with Arteta's men increasingly carrying themselves like a side ready to end their long wait for major silverware. Ruben Amorim speaks out about Arsenal cruise past Fulham 3-0 to send strong message to Manchester City. Arsenal delivered a commanding 3-0 victory over Fulham at the Emirates Stadium in the Premier League. Victor Gyokeres stole the headlines with a brace and an assist, while Bukayo Saka added a goal of his own. The result sees the Gunners move 6 points clear at the top of the table, piling the pressure on Manchester City, who still have 2 games in hand. The win could not have come at a better time for Mikel Arteta's side. Despite missing key players like Martin Odegaard and Kai Havertz through injury, Arsenal produced a dominant display from the first whistle. The first half was a masterclass in attacking football, with all 3 goals coming before the break in what many are calling one of their best domestic performances of the season. Gyokeres opened the scoring in the 9th minute after Saka brilliantly turned his marker inside out and squared the ball. The Swedish striker then turned provider, setting up Saka for the second goal with a composed assist. Gyokeres completed the first half route with a towering header from Leandro Trossard's pinpoint cross, underlining his growing influence. Ruben Amorim, who previously managed Gyokeres at Sporting CP, was full of praise for the duo's display. "I saw Victor and Bukayo playing with incredible hunger. Gyokeres' movement for his goals and assists showed world-class striker instincts, while Saka returned to his very best with those dangerous dribbles and clinical finishing. They are both in outstanding form right now." The Gunners showed real freshness with 5 changes to the starting lineup. Youngster Miles Lewis-Skelly impressed on his first senior Premier League start in central midfield, displaying maturity, physicality and technical quality. Gyokeres also caused problems in pockets of space, leaving Fulham's defense struggling to cope. Despite the comfortable lead, Arteta managed his resources wisely. Both Gyokeres and Declan Rice were substituted just after the hour mark to keep them fresh for Tuesday's crucial Champions League semi-final second leg against Atletico Madrid. Ricardo Calafiori came close to adding a 4th, rattling the crossbar with a powerful header. The result not only improved Arsenal's goal difference but also restored confidence ahead of a busy schedule. Fulham, who had been difficult to break down early in matches this season, were completely overrun. Marco Silva admitted his side were second best on the day. Arteta and his coaching staff will now turn their full attention to Atletico Madrid. However, this emphatic win provides vital momentum in the Premier League title race. The pressure is now firmly on Pep Guardiola's Manchester City to respond. Overall, it was a performance that showcased the depth and winning mentality within the Arsenal squad. With Gyokeres firing on all cylinders and Saka back to his explosive best, the Gunners look ready to fight on two fronts until the very end of the campaign. Supporters will be hoping this is the start of a strong run towards silverware. Arsenal 3-0 Fulham. A statement of intent in the title race. Arsenal delivered a thoroughly professional and controlled performance as they brushed aside Fulham 3-0 at the Emirates Stadium. Victor Gyokeres was the star of the show with a brace, while Bukayo Saka contributed a goal and an assist in what was arguably their most complete first-half display of the season. This result sends a clear message to Manchester City and reinforces Arsenal's credentials as genuine title contenders. The game was effectively settled before halftime. Gyokeres opened the scoring in the 9th minute, tapping home after excellent work from Saka on the right flank. Saka then turned from provider to scorer 5 minutes before the break, producing a composed finish past Bernd Leno following a neat exchange with the Swedish striker. Gyokeres completed his brace deep into first-half stoppage time with a powerful header from Leandro Trossard's inviting cross. This was a markedly different Arsenal side to the one that has often shown signs of anxiety at the Emirates this calendar year. On this occasion, the shackles were off. The Gunners played with freedom, confidence, and real clinical edge, dominating both territory and tempo throughout the opening 45 minutes. Fulham were pinned back for long periods and offered very little as an attacking threat. Bukayo Saka's return to the starting lineup after his Achilles injury was particularly encouraging. Far from showing any rustiness, the England international looked sharp, direct, and full of menace. His direct involvement in the first 2 goals served as a timely reminder of just how important he is to Mikel Arteta's attacking plans. Victor Gyokeres continues to answer any remaining doubters in the most effective manner possible. With 21 goals across all competitions this season, the Swede is finally looking at home in an Arsenal shirt. His movement, hold-up play, and clinical finishing were all of the highest order against Fulham, underlining his growing influence in the side. Young Miles Lewis-Skelly once again impressed in midfield on what is fast becoming an assured campaign for the 19-year-old. His composure on the ball and positional discipline earned rich praise, while Arteta demonstrated sensible game management by withdrawing key players such as Gyokeres and Declan Rice once the result was beyond doubt, with one eye on Tuesday's Champions League semi-final second leg against Atletico Madrid. The victory moves Arsenal 6 points clear at the summit of the Premier League table, with a superior goal difference. Manchester City, despite having games in hand, are now firmly on the back foot. This was exactly the sort of measured, dominant home win that title-winning sides tend to produce at this critical stage of the campaign. Fulham, for their part, offered precious little in response, mustering just 1 shot on target. Marco Silva will be disappointed with how easily his side were kept at arm's length for long stretches of the match. Emile Smith-Rowe, a former Arsenal Academy graduate, was one of the few visitors to show any spark, but it was never enough to trouble the home defense. Overall, this was an evening that will have lifted spirits considerably among the Arsenal faithful. With just 3 league games remaining and the tantalizing prospect of a Champions League final on the horizon, Mikel Arteta's men are beginning to carry themselves like a side ready to end their long wait for major silverware. Thanks for watching Arsenal Time. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Continue following the Gunners' journey with us, and see you in the next video. Come on, you Gunners!